I don't know if it's the fires in the world or whatever, it just seems to be, or certain people that I'm connected to, there's just a lot of fire energy coming up, and I'm getting this sacred rage. I'm getting very angry. And I come on to share because I guess I'm called to share the whole spectrum of emotions, of a divine feminine who's embracing both the grace, the softness. You know, I'm in my fluffy robe, but I want to punch someone's lights out. I will never take action on that unless it's just purely self-defense. I have love in my heart, but it doesn't mean that we don't get angry. And at the minute, there's a lot of blaming, there's a lot of revenge taking, there's a lot of, externalizing pain. And we create our own suffering, we create our own reality. So we keep looking for others to blame and for others to help or for others to heal. And it's only ever going to be an endless, I was going to say failure, but I don't believe anything is a failure. It's only going to be an endless maze. It's the labyrinth. Like, we are the answer. I'm not the first person to say this. I say this all the time. I'm not the only one to have a spiritual awakening. I've got a certain group of souls, a soul group that I'm meant to be speaking to. Whether they like me or not, or whether they just watch me to troll or just to see what I've got, what I'm doing now, what I'm chatting about, cool. Like, there's a level of consciousness that we're clearly meant to be connected. You know, I take on board that as I ascend further higher into the light, my personal light, as we've all got access to light and to love, and my love's only going to continue to grow because I'm going to go more and more into finding more deeper purpose in the mysteries of the universe, in the mysteries of my personal self, in the mysteries of interconnectedness and also connection with human relationships. You know, I have some beautiful connections unraveling, evolving, and emotions that are rising in me. One of them, as I said, being anger. And I guess maybe that's part of the injustice for some of the people that were meddling with me before, which, you know, leave it to the gods. The karma is, time is ticking, whatever. That's, they're on their timeline. I'm certainly not focusing on any of that bullshit. Don't do revenge. I don't do anything sour. If someone's got something to say, you can say it to my face or just fuck off. I really don't care. People wanting to pull people into their darkness, people wanting others to suffer or feel sadness or feel pain, their pain, they're projecting onto someone else when I don't feel, sorry, I'll repeat, I feel pain. We all feel pain. The spectrum of human emotion, having to navigate this and learn this as a being from somewhere else, because I am. A lot of us are. Maybe all of us, I don't really know. There's a whole galaxy, star system, parallel universes. There's a whole mishmash of things to explore and to find out or fully understand where we feel we may have, or our soul, because this is obviously a physical body in the physical realm, but where our soul might have derived from, which soul group we're connected to. But anyway, my soul group, we're all warriors, and we are here to feel the pain and to level up and to get out of tricky situations and know how to be resilient and how to move through life's challenges with a bit of sarcasm, with a bit of piss taking, with a bit of sex, with a bit of, and this is all sacred conscious. You know, I abstained from sex for the whole of 2022, was it? And then people started to play on my energy, dirty assholes that felt, because I was in my soft girl era, that they could manipulate me. And so as an empath and intuitive, people say, well, why didn't you know? How didn't you know that these people were doing it? Well, as empaths, like when people are master manipulators and they've had a whole lifetime of working with this magic, and which I'm coming into new, from my understanding, for things that I've been reading and researching, is they come in with a master disguise, you know. And so as an empath, when you don't come in with any type of agenda, any time of the day or night, no agenda, and I might cry because it's just so annoying for people to continually misread me and misrepresent me. But that's all their shit, that's all their own fucked up ways, that's all their own rejections. And I say fucked up ways because, yeah, we all have them. We've got to heal them. I know there's an aggression, there's a viciousness that might come out now. which I have to repress because it's definitely not mine. I'm not a vicious person. I'm just feeling all this anger from certain people that, and the thing is, I know they're watching me. I can't not share. I've been told to share. So it's striking the balance of being private about where I am and certain things that I'm working on and manifesting, and knowing that I'm actually talking to these twats. The irony of this life is just kind of bloody beautiful and sweet and sour. Bittersweet, whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry to have shouted at the camera. I don't want to post this. They are saying that I have to keep being authentic, keep sharing. So this seems to be, what is it, the 13th? I said this, whatever's happened since the 9/9, and as I said, every day can be a portal, but something's opened up, and I'm channeling a lot. I just, you know, there's a lot of us that are feeling extra special at the minute, and yeah, as I was saying on that little laughter, like out my soul group, we're all warriors. At this point, you know, and a few people that have up and left, they'll change their reality, are recreating their destiny, their legacy in their families. I'm very, very, very proud of some of my soul group right now for the moves they're making, because I am inspired by them. I want to be around people that inspire me. If you don't inspire me, I'm sorry, I ain't spending time with you. If we don't serve a purpose, and this is not an agenda thing, if we don't serve a purpose in each other's lives, i.e. can we kick it, the purpose is, can we be authentic together, purpose is, can we cook a meal together and enjoy the same types of food, purpose is, can we jam to the same music, you know, can we be a safe space for each other? That's the purpose. If no one has the purpose of being like safe around me, I don't want that for them. I can be a safe space for people because this is my work. I've gone deeper into certain things because I've been called to. So deeper into things, as I say, not compared to anyone else's life or timeline, my life. I've gone deeper than I've ever been before. Anyway, sometimes, sorry, they talk and I can't, it's just too much coming through. Can you just, right, the main point is that my soul group, we take the piss a bit. There is a dark sarcasm around it. Maybe back in the day there was a bit of hedonistic. I don't do hedonism, yeah? I'm a pure soul. I don't mind having a bit of naughty this, that and the other. Sacred fun, let go a little bit. But I am not hedonistic. I don't believe that pleasure is the only way to exist. There is hard work. I don't believe in lazing around. I do believe pleasure as a revolution, which I was talking about, I think last year. Someone wrote it in an astrology chart, and I just thought it was beautiful. Pleasure as a revolution, because, yeah, the name of life is to maintain the vibration. And so with pleasure, conscious pleasure, sacred pleasure, pleasure at an equal level between two parties, where it's not, you're not using anything for your own gain. That's pleasure. That's true pleasure. Pleasure to have sex with someone, or to take, or to control people, or to like stop people leaving places that they don't want to be, or making somebody yours, that is all forms of abuse. This is from mental imbalances. These are from darker energies that can latch onto the mind space when we are not in our pure self. If we don't maintain a vibration, and my soul group, they're all warriors. They've come through the ages. They've come through battles, come into this lifetime, been brought up or had certain things happen in childhood that no one should ever endure. But we have come to learn. We've come to feel the pain because we are master alchemists. We have transmuted the pain, and we now are living in a higher vibration than we were originally. Whether this has the support of our friends or family or people who understand us or not, I'm being accused of being mental or having a breakdown and this, that and the other by certain people. I don't care anymore. People have to realise this. I do not care. This is our own personal journey is the only mission in life. Because once we master that, and I'm not saying I've mastered myself, I've certainly mastered much better than I was doing before. Sorry, I'm proper hyped up. There's so much lion energy, so much feline, cat, Egyptian stuff, warrior energy coming up, fire, sun, solar, and I'm sort of, yeah, out of the sacral, the sacral, the inner child healing, because my inner child is, she's a G. She's just having a laugh. I go around touching a flower. I don't care who if anyone sees me talk to myself or talk to a flower, whatever. It's helping me. And so why should I pretend not to do things because someone else is watching me? Voyeurism is part of the collective consciousness. I guess that might be being healed this year, but sometimes people want to be watched. I don't want to be watched, but if I'm doing something that people watch because it's different, I don't care either. I've been a life model. I'm used to eyes on me, being naked as well. I'm comfortable in my own body. Maybe that was the reason why I was drawn to Rastafari. You know, I was speaking to somebody who was part of the trail of good souls, pure honest souls that helped me get out of a sticky situation with some disgusting people. And we were talking about Rastafari, you know, people just live naked, like don't need use of clothes, all this excess, the covering the identity, covering of who we are, covering 11:11. I didn't realise this channel was going to be like this, but anyway, I'm not a Rasta. I resonate with, I don't know if I could be, I don't know what the principles are, because again, like, I'm one of those people, maybe that's a female thing. I know a lot, I know a little about a lot, whereas men, from what I understand, tend to specialise and go deeper into things. And maybe it's not about men or women, it's about the masculine and the feminine energies inside that can help us harness stuff. But I'm someone that knows a little about a lot. I certainly don't share what I know. I share certain things, certain channels tell me that I'm allowed to talk about them. Others want to remain completely anonymous. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of this collective, the rage is coming up, I think, for a lot of people. And so people that have a natural tendency to flare up or react over emotional and not be able to regulate themselves. So I've certainly been one of those people as an empath, not being taught that as a child in the system or the matrix that we sorry, oh, so much coming through. Alarm, like, this is the energy. It's very flare up out of the blue. We don't rise to it, we maintain calm. This is a private moment to myself. No one else is here. And yes, I'm putting this on the airwaves because I'm a real person and this is my journey. My story is about sharing as an authentic person, going through the motions of surviving something, happy to be alive right now, finding myself in as I said, unknown places. So what I've been focusing on, needed to, is the healing, and that is looking in. And so these reflections, these words come from a space of doing the work, whatever that looks like to any of us. It's all going to be different. I can't tell you what to do. I can only lead by example, and I trust that maybe I will influence positively, because that is the only intention, is to raise our vibrations together. But I can't heal you. We all have to heal ourselves. I'm not going to repeat things that I've said in videos before, because we are the only ones that can make a decision or a choice to better ourselves. Not at the detriment of anybody else, not for anybody else, not to show anybody else up, not to prove anything to anybody else. No. For ourselves, simply, out of love. Because if we don't love ourselves, we've got nothing. If we don't know our own purpose, even if we don't know it for sure, we're guided. We've got to start listening, people. Source energy is powerful right now. Messages are coming through left, right and centre. And so, please transmute the energies that are coming through if they are fiery. If you know that you're a lion, if you know that you are a tough warrior that has come through the ages and may have brought residue, remnants over from traumatic experiences of war, rape, this, that and the other from other places, abuse, magic, whatever. We're leveling that out now. We're into a new paradigm, new levels of awareness, new heightened perspectives on how we need to be living in today's society, or creating new ways, new areas for us to move to, away from those who don't want to do the work that we're doing. No disrespect, you cool, do what you want. I want to be around people that I'm inspired by. I want to be around people who are kind-hearted, even if we swear at each other and have an argument or a disagreement. As long as it's maintaining respect and people don't get personal. Because who am I to tell you who you are? Just like, why are people telling me about myself? It's not happening. It's stupidity. It is absolute stupidity that someone thinks they can tell me about me. It's all a distraction. Focus on yourself, heal yourself, self-massage, get into the water, cleanse. People don't protect themselves enough spiritually. People are sending evil things to other people's way purely by the words they're saying. They don't get it. And if this is... No, I'm not going to go down that route today, sorry. Anyway, words. People can just send stuff your way because they're talking about you. Make sure that you are protected. You don't need things, although I'm very grateful, especially when I come into the possession of things that are gifted to me by other spiritual warriors, people who have my back, who love me genuinely, and who I love genuinely. Protection. My words are coming out quite funny. Protection is important. Be mindful of what foods you're consuming, where you're, do you know your growers? Do you know the herbs that you're smoking? Who are you getting them from? What's their intention? What's their intention towards you? This all influences the mind space if we're not protecting. Not everyone has a strong mind. As I said, I was mistaken because I was crying, because I was in my soft girl era. I didn't have a strong mind. Fortunately for them, well, maybe, fortunately for me, I'd mastered my mind before these people even came into my physical realm, into my consciousness in this space and time. I've done my work. So now what Spirit is laughing at them because they've been shown up, because they've judged a book. They go around preaching the word of this, that and the other, or preaching the Bible, and I'm not anti anything, but if people want to use it to sprout how good they are, and how this person is a witch, or how this person is doing this, that and the other, and they're saying, oh, I'm God, I'm God, this, when they're doing disgusting things behind closed doors, when they're manipulating, and when they're looking down on other people that think that these people actually like them. No, I've heard some awful stories, awful things I didn't want to get involved with because it's just not my business. But over time you start to, I was going to say form an opinion. No, we start to just observe patterns of what people say. And yeah, the people that I was around, some of them in Jamaica, the people that I thought were nice at the beginning, were tormented souls, had so much shit to say about people, would just take their money, would use people that were mentally challenged, that were hindered by their own probably brilliant brain, but without the overstanding of neurodivergence as a child, were traumatized and taken advantage of because they were special. Now, I trust that these energies must be around me because there's a severe, significant flare-up of anger in me. Yeah, maybe from past lives, sacred rage and all the injustice done to women and men, no doubt. Okay, I'm not a feminist, never have been. Men have had it fucking hard as well, all right? It's fucking hard for men to know how to navigate this world right now, and I might get emotional. It's hard for men too, yeah? Women, we might be doing all right at the minute because we've been doing this spiritual work and we're intuitive and we've been getting in the flow for a lot longer than men have consciously been doing it. They might have been doing it beforehand, but men have had it tough. The roles, and as an elder friend of mine was saying, you know, the emasculation of this, that and the other. Equality is all I ever want. I don't believe any sex is any better than anybody else. We're all gods and goddesses and fallen angels and come from other realms with other shit. And right now, my love is out to my brothers because they're going through it. I don't care about anybody who's evil by heart and wants to look down on people. You can all sod off. Spirit will wipe and align whoever needs off the earth as and when, and I don't wish anything on anybody. I said I give it up to that. But times right now, the fires, everything that is playing out in the world right now is a huge sign. If people still want to ignore these signs, the elements, it's all the elementals. I'm an elemental, so maybe I'm getting more passionate because I'm connected deeper than I ever have been to the elements. But if people want to continue to ignore the fire energy that is coming up, I trust for clearing and also as a message, then they ain't going to exist much longer. And this is not a lack of compassion. I was going to say I love people, but I'll retract that and I'll say I love community, I love conscious souls, and I like human connection. But the times we're living in are not the times we've ever known, ever. People are talking about, some elders I know, and I respect all opinions, that history repeats itself. You know, every decade we go back, we can look at we can look at the past and see what's about to come. No, we are in a whole new space in time. And so, no, this is important now. We have to know ourselves, know what we desire, know the difference between needs and wants, bun any form of manipulation or delusion that we have against ourselves that somebody else has done something to us. No, we've done it to ourselves. As I said before, I'm not going to go around being friends with everybody. No, some people just piss me off. I don't want to be around them. They can fuck off. Other people I love with all my heart. And whether I see them again in this physical lifetime or not, it's not for me to choose. I have to focus on my journey. We have to focus on our journeys and trust in spirit. If we are true spiritual beings, trust and faith has to be the biggest thing in our lives, that every single detail will reveal itself in the right time. This is a long one. Apologise. I didn't mean to rant. I didn't know this was going to come on and be 21 minutes. I channel fast sometimes. Again, apologies. I'm learning.